Anyway, shall we move on to the backlog section?
We can do.
We are certainly buried this time with a game called Techtonica, which takes place underground.
Yes. So this was your game, wasn't it, Joe? Do you want to run us through what the game was?
So this game, I'll preface it by saying it's early access. Yes. And we certainly experienced some early access problems.
We did.
And joys. But so basically, we're underground. You've got no memory of why you're underground. You're trying to find your way back to the surface using technology which you find along the way. And you've got to automate systems. You've got to build more machinery, build more technology, and eventually I think it leads up to the surface, which is what the AI in the game tells you is going to happen.
Yeah, we never actually got around to finishing the game, did we? So yeah.
We all played it together as well, didn't we?
Yes, 4-player co-op.
It's a 4-player co-op, which is pretty cool. Not every game allows you to do that.
We definitely had some issues with the co-op, but nothing that. No,
it wasn't game breaking, just
yes and
time breaking.
Sometimes you'd have it. So it's weird the way the instances work. So you've got an instance of your character on someone's world. So if you leave that world, you don't keep any of your stuff.
Yeah, so it's world based, isn't it?
Yeah. But sometimes you join back into that world and you still wouldn't have any of your stuff. So you kind of lost it all. But you could get around that by making sure the host always did, because the host never lost their stuff.
Yeah, I think that happened to you, didn't it,
crates.
The first time we left the game, that happened to me.
Yeah. So essentially, as Joe sort of said, you're building systems, aren't you? So you build like a mining rig to mine ore that you then need to turn the ore into billets, and then the billets need to be smelted down into something else, and et cetera, et cetera. So you build like autonomous sort of rigs that mine the ore, then take the ore to another rig that melts the ore, that then builds it into a billet, and you're sort of moving it around. So you've got conveyor belts everywhere.
Amazing conveyor belts.
Amazing conveyor belts. Robots taking bits from here to there. And you're feeding, what would you call it? Like a big factory machine thing?
Yeah.
And they call it the core accumulator.
The core accumulator.
In the middle.
So you're feeding that, and then there's other little like things you can do outside of that.
Oh, the assemblers.
Where you can get into different
areas.
Like research facilities by gathering so much equipment.
Yeah, but the main thrust is to feed this core accumulator, which sort of furthers the story. You've got this AI sort of lady who's talking to you, sort of trying to get you to further the story. And I'm assuming, you probably get out. But sometimes it might ask you to build a material you don't currently have or know how to build. So you have to sort of explore, and you might come across a lab somewhere that teaches you how to build that.
Scan various things.
Exactly.
Along the way.
So I found it good with a lot of us playing, doing different stuff, sort of spreading out, sort of all doing our own little chores.
I was going to say, I'm quite curious to see how Ben enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
Definitely his sort of game.
It's the type of game that I would have thought Ben would have picked.
Chores.
I was a little cross because you had to do this right when Starfield was coming. This is the kind of game that would really I'd go for God knows how long on.
Well, we'd sort of made the decision that for this month's game, we would all play it together. So we usually get together on a Wednesday and we sit down, we play for a few hours. We'd all prepared to play this game, done the tutorial, so we knew the session, sort of like what we had to do. We all loaded into the game, and Ben had been playing it for about 10 hours and had built a massive factory already because he got addicted to it.
It was a bit of a cartoon moment when he said, it's a factory builder. It's a what? And that was it. I'm on.
Yeah.
So I went and did it that night and thought I'll do the tutorial, and then, I went to bed very, very late.
You just kept playing. So we ended up, we actually started the game again with the four of us so that everyone had the tutorial, but then subsequent weeks we just joined Ben's world because he was so far through.
Yes. Yeah. You saved us a lot of busy work.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, because Ben loves busy work.
It's what I do. So I really enjoyed it. I did have a couple of the bugs that happen in a game before it's ready. One of my bugs was the load screen. I had infinite load screen on one of the places.
That happened to all of us, I think, at one point.
Yeah, I think so.
Lost a few hours, but I did find a way around it. If anybody's trying to play it, you can load it up. If you're a Game Pass Ultimate participant, you can load it up on your phone and then log in, save it, log back out. When you load it back up on the Xbox, it will load. That was
those
how I got
cloud
around
saves,
it.
so-
There was
Yeah.
also the fact of the load screen. It
You
came
didn't
up
even
with
know.
it came up with a little bit of text that said press any button
Press
to
A.
enter, but I
Yeah.
never saw it, and I was always just sat there for ages like, oh, it's doing the loading thing again.
Because the
It's
text is
doing
in the
loading
exact
thing
same
again.
position where it says loading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I know.
didn't notice the text change.
And then I was like, oh, it just says press A, and press A and loads in. I've been sat here for 10 minutes.
I think I fell through the map a few times.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've all done
Yeah.
that. Yep.
I think I'd say the most common bug we had, which was purely a co-op bug, where
It's trying to join one another.
well, that was one of the weirder bugs. I'd go into my friends list and it would tell me random people were playing the game who I thought this is a coincidence that they're also playing, but for some reason the game had bugged, so it was telling me this other person was playing it, but actually it was Ben.
yeah.
Yeah, so I had a
I
different
had to
name
join
above my
their
head.
world. Yeah, so that was a bit strange. But no, the main bug I thought we had was where everyone in the world would kind of freeze on
Yes.
on the main person's world. But to us, we were still walking around doing stuff,
Yeah.
but then nothing worked. So you couldn't
Yeah. you
interact
couldn't
with
s-
anything.
Or switch through your inventory and use any items.
So
or
you had to leave and rejoin. But it
There
was
was a few. Doesn't feel
was
like you're pulling
annoying.
your weight, Brad.
no, but it was annoying because you didn't know, and unless you were near each other,
Yeah.
you wouldn't know.
Yeah, it doesn't
I mean,
feel like you're
quite
pulling your
cu-
weight, Brad. You still stood there.
Yeah,
Are you going to
Yeah.
empty this box?
yeah.
I'm quite curious, like, because when we played it all together, I did find it really buggy. I mean, it is early access, so I've got to give it a little bit of a pass. And they are probably like trying to fix some of the issues,
Yeah.
but we are playing it as 4 people as well.
Mm.
How was it
Yeah.
as one person, Ben? Because I don't think we played it. I
Way
think
better. Way better.
Yeah.
It seemed to perform pretty well, if I'm honest. I mean, there was a couple of issues with sort of you have to mull through certain walls and things like that, and sending you off in a silly direction was an issue, which is just the way the game's made rather than buggy.
Mm.
But I'd end up bowling through to a different river, then falling off the map because I've gone the wrong direction and didn't even know I'd gone the wrong direction.
Well, talking about wrong directions and stuff, the world's not procedural, is it?
No,
No.
it's the same for everybody
Yeah.
each time round.
It looks like a procedural world,
It does, yeah.
but it is definitely.
Speaking of, it was really, I actually thought, my wife walked in while we were playing it and she went, that's beautiful.
It is a
It's
nice.
very
I was like,
pretty.
It is a
Yeah.
nice looking game, yeah.
Very pretty
Yeah.
underground
It's not.
game.
It's not a graphical powerhouse. But
No,
it's
by
got a
no
lovely
means.
art direction. But it's the light. It's the bioluminescence of the plant life.
Yes.
It gets
It's like
Yeah.
it
if
gets
you
old
cross
fast
Ori
for me.
with
Yeah.
Fallout, I think.
It's the what? Sorry, Joe.
If you crossed Ori and the Blind Forest with Fallout,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes, the two
that's
estate.
fancy, isn't it?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get that.
I get what you mean as well, Ben. It does kind of get a bit
Yes.
old fast.
It gets old fast because as you're building stuff and can't find where the sod in hell you've put that belt because it's gone dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the
well, it's
platforms.
underground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not going to be lights.
even talking about like you're saying then about you building the belts and the performance, it held up well when you had so much going. You had like, I don't know if anyone can even comprehend without sort of Googling the game. You have so many mining smelters,
Oh my.
conveyor belts, just all these things you can think
Really
of.
blew my mind.
There is so much going on, automated, just running by itself while you're sort of going off sorting things. And it, performance wise, I don't think I really had any dropped frames. Yes, we had
Yeah.
bugs, but it ran well.
To be fair,
It
even
did,
with
absolutely.
even with the bugs, all the mechanics still worked. Like
Yeah.
if you were mining stuff, all your conveyor belts, all your smelters, they all still went on, and
Give an
carried
idea
on.
of perspective, you would build belts and floor panels in hundreds, not in tens
Not
and
in ones and
twos.
twos,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
in hundreds every
Yeah.
time, and you would run out constantly. You'd run
Yeah.
belts clean across the full map, and it's mind-boggling that it
Yeah.
can keep up like it does. To be fair,
We had just backlogs of like iron ingots, hundreds long.
I think
where's it gone wrong is the
I
issue.
think it was a little too complicated as well in that sort of aspect. You actually just keep going into the menu. Oh, I need more conveyor belts.
The UI was a bit.
The UI was
There's
yeah.
But there's just so much is why it's like that, isn't it? There has to be
Yeah.
menu upon menu
Yeah,
upon
it
menu.
just wasn't that intuitive. I think sometimes you bring
Definitely.
up a menu and there'll be a left and a right side to the menu. So your inventory, for example, you had your inventory on the left, but then on the right hand side of this pop up screen, you had stuff you could build.
Oh, your recipes.
Your recipes, exactly. But that recipe had like 5 tabs of stuff within it. But it was one button.
All the other things you needed, yeah.
Yeah. It was one button to get across to the right-hand side and then a different button to navigate through the tabs. And it was just a bit clunky, a bit unintuitive on how I did it. I kept forgetting how to just navigate the menus sometimes.
And it wasn't consistent with how you'd go across the tabs either.
No.
Sometimes it'd be left and right bumper. Sometimes it'd be left and right trigger.
Yes.
Sometimes it'd be left and right on the D-pad.
Exactly. Because then you had
Or right-hand analog
menus.
was the one that caught me out.
Yeah.
I
different
stared at a
menus
menu
with
for a
different
long
tabs.
time.
Yeah. So that can definitely be ironed out. And same with when you're picking up and moving objects in the world. So you want to rotate them or it wasn't very
You have to
clear.
delete it first and then place it back in its orientation.
You could rotate, but it wasn't very clear on how you did it. And it wasn't
and you couldn't pick up something and move it without deleting it first.
I think you could.
No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't move. You could rotate.
move,
It turns out we worked that out.
Yeah, but you couldn't.
You couldn't reposition.
But all that with user feedback, I imagine that'll be ironed out.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
And we don't know how long the cycle of pre-development is going to be before they fully release.
That's true.
I think all the stuff that's there. Oh, did you stop in the end?
I stopped playing based on. I did enjoy the idea of the story that came with it. I thought they didn't use the AI enough because it's not even an AI; it's a person.
It's a person inside
a cube. So, I don't think they used it enough. I thought the person that voice acted it sounded really good and helpful. I think it worked well. So I stopped playing it because I think I don't want to ruin it for myself. I want to continue playing it when it's released. So I'm going to start
hopefully
it again.
They won't. I was going to say, hopefully they won't make you start again.
I probably will anyway, to be fair.
Fair enough.
Because that's how much I did enjoy it.
That's good.
It's the right kind of thing for me. Again, game of chores. It's a shame there's no shotgun this time, but a game of chores.
True.
You do have the mole, though.
Oh, I know, that's just as good.
So, favorite feeling piece of equipment in a game yet?
I would probably agree, at least mining equipment. So you do start with like a pickaxe so you can knock down walls, which is very like generic. And then you get, what would you call it? It's like a black hole gun.
Basically,
that's what it's called, the mole,
It's called the mole. So you hold the right trigger and it spawns this like black hole looking thing, and that sucks up the wall and destroys it.
In a very neat cube.
You get some resources from it, but it's more about like getting through areas, isn't it?
And it looks so cool and it feels so awesome. I definitely think it's an iconic weapon.
I think they thought of the weapon and then built the game around this weapon.
Like the Fractured game. Did you ever play that?
No, what's that?
A third-person action game on 360, but your weapon manipulated the environment.
Oh, do you mean Red Faction?
No.
Oh, right.
No, Fractured.
Fractured? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or Fracture, one of them. But you could like lift up the floor or like put a crater in the floor. And your grenades also did it. And you could do all stuff like that. Yeah. I played the demo. That was back when demos were a thing. It was quite fun. But again, they built the game around the system and the weapon. So you're probably right with this.
As I liked it so much that when I started playing Starfield, their mining laser was just like, oh, is this it?
Yeah, rubbish.
100%. Yeah, it would fit so well in that game, wouldn't it? Yeah.
The sound effect of it is pretty tremendous too. If you put a set of Turtle Beach on or something, it really throws it around.
Whole controller's shaking.
It's so well designed.
The rubble and the gravel flying around you.
Absolutely.
I'd like to use it against a person. Sounds sadistic. I mean, like,
it's a shame there's enemies in the game. Yeah, it's a shame there's no combat in it.
I suppose that's something to preface as well. There is no combat in the game.
No.
Well, as far as we got, there's no threat. We don't know whether
we played a lot, I think.
But there is an area that it's just said there's a life sign. We got to a point where it said there was a life sign.
We might be saving somebody.
We might be, but you don't really know, so we don't. That's one of the reasons I stopped.
I think the story pull was interesting, though. You know, while we're talking about that, it was interesting. There was definitely a mystery there to be solved that was presented in an interesting way.
Definitely, and I like what Ben said. The cube lady.
Yeah,
was I actually I wish she spoke more because I really liked it.
I think she spoke a lot at first.
Yeah,
maybe it sort of dies off a bit.
Yeah.
But she still does pipes up in the background here and there to tell you about something. And this type of plant was a something, and she goes on.
But if you if you find something new, she'll talk to you about it.
Yes.
I mean,
It's
she's
not-
the only voice in the game other than the robot that's going,
Yeah.
oh, you have completed this, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Thought you were going to F-bomb again then.
Which I'm sure I talked to Joe about it. We're pretty convinced it's the same lady from Firewatch.
Firewatch, yes.
If it's
yeah.
not, she sounds very similar. But if it is, she is incredible at like being the only voice actor or one of the only voice actors in the game and sort of like commanding your attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it was
See where you're coming
really
from.
captivating. So either it's the same person and she's really good, or it's two people that sound very similar and they're both really good.
She gave me Cortana vibes, actually.
A bit,
very
yeah.
true.
Playing the
Yeah.
game.
Old Cortana vibes.
It
don't
is,
they?
uh,
The newer one.
It is a very rare thing that I'll say, but I wanted more from an NPC for a change, whereas normally it's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's because they're just
You want
going,
them to show up.
what was
yeah.
that box?
Yeah.
Moments.
Yeah, I did find that when we were playing it, because you sort of get into the routine of automating all these systems to feed this machine, and you'll get to a point where you need an item that you don't have, so you will have to explore, and that's what me and Joe did kind of together. We sort of went off and explored while Ben and Jake
Diggy tunnels.
Yeah, well, Ben and Jake sort of focus on the automation. Sometimes it can feel a bit aimless, you're exploring, but it's really cool when you find something new and you
You open a
sort
new
of area to
area
explain.
completely. Yeah.
Exactly. But there was one area which we definitely got to too soon. And,
Oh, yes.
and it was
They kind
really
of broke
cool,
us.
but it did kind of break us. We all got basically stuck at the bottom of this pit that we couldn't get up from. And it was,
Until we realised we can just click respawn and it takes us right back to our
Yeah.
base.
Well, no. We
Yeah.
spent about an hour digging out first.
yeah, digging up.
the
It was
most
hard.
awkward way we possibly could.
Yeah, but maybe there could have been a way that they could prevent you from seeing it too soon.
Invisible
but,
walls.
but then
or
you
like
got-
that
yeah.
material that was impossible to break.
But then
I
you
think
fall
they've-
into that trap. That's a bit
I
annoying.
think they've tried that though. I think they've tried to do it based on certain walls you can't take down and certain
Yeah.
materials you can't destroy until you can blow it up. But
Yeah.
you just haven't quite got it there.
I think the other problem it's sort of like created is where you've got this big. What did you say it was called? The core, the big factory that you feed in, the core accumulator.
Core
That's
accumulator,
it.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're feeding that with the resources it requires. As you find other places around the map, there'll be like a door you can't get through. It'll be a lab. And there'll be a door to get through. But in order to open that door, you need to feed that system with a different set of materials. So you end up with all these things dotted around the map, which the map isn't very good to like look
No,
at.
that's quite bad.
Oh,
Just bad
yes.
for navigation, definitely.
Yeah.
Menus.
I forgot
yeah.
about the map.
And then
yeah.
all these different areas all need a different supply of different materials, and it can be quite hard to manage and remember.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a system you could develop to make that a bit easier to follow.
Well, I think the aim of it was to do one of the, because it's split into big rooms with one core focus.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to do them one at a time and move on and then never go back to the other ones.
So we had one big sort of factory building
And then we spread out. I think
Yeah.
each place can have its own
factory.
core thing
Yeah. So
in
you'd
it.
move and start building more miners and more
Yeah.
whatever.
Rather than having to keep back and forth into the main.
Yeah. I didn't want to
hub.
build a conveyor belt so big.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't exactly work though, would it? Because you had to then conveyor belt from everywhere in the game to feed the one accumulator, because we still never
Yeah.
got over
You
feeding
still
that,
needed
did
to
we?
feed that. Yeah. So
So that's one of the reasons we chose
Yeah.
that big open area to build in.
true. But all that sort of thing is why people love those type of games. So
Yeah,
maybe
true.
from
Just
my
get
point
over it,
work
work
that
it
out.
out. Yeah.
from my point of view, where I'm like, oh, it's a bit frustrating, for people who like the type of game, it's probably more fun to be had. So
One of the things that I did find a little negative, I guess, even though I'm into that kind of thing, you use these like orb type things for you have to create them. And we had a pink one, basically, that you kept creating, and we built towers to the ceiling. It was ginormous, the towers we built.
Yeah.
And we ended up
every
building
one
the
you build
research.
is like a bit of XP or a bit of I
Yeah.
can't remember how they sort of like worded it, but it
it's sort of-
unlocks the next set of equipment.
in the
Yeah.
tech tree.
Yeah, you build
And
that's
100
it,
of
yeah.
them and you've got 100 points, and then you can build the next set of
And
stuff. in
buy the
tree.
stuff, that kind of thing.
We had like an
Um,
automating to build them, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But the problem for me was when you got so far in, you've built thousands of these orbs. Suddenly they go, right, you need a blue one. Now I found that quite gutting more than anything because we'd filled up so much space and built thousands of the original type, and then they changed it.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering if you could just delete the platforms and keep the technology.
Yeah, so
Once
we
they're
didn't
built,
really
sort of
experiment too much
Yeah.
with it, did we?
No.
Burn it all, burn it to the ground.
Because if there are only certain amounts of rooms, maybe once you've spent those points, the cores that you still have are now useless.
Maybe. But also the fact that there is so many other rooms probably incentivizes you to build the new tower in a new room.
Yeah, somewhere else, yeah.
So there's
yeah,
ways.
like I say,
but yeah.
I will come back to this game definitely.
Yeah.
When it's a proper game.
Yeah.
Quite excited for it. But Starfield.
I kind of hope they add like little creatures that are native to the world in it. And then maybe one or two predatory type ones.
Yes.
Because it could be a good horror game.
Even if they're not, but even as Joe said, even if they're not hostile, even if there was no predator creatures, it creates a bit more of a living
world.
If you're playing solo, I imagine it's quite isolating, even with that voice. So just having some things around, maybe they can give you some sort of resource as well. But I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah. So Joe, this being your game,
yes,
would you recommend Techtonica?
I'd say even in its current state, give it a go.
Yeah. Because
it's not like a game. It's like an amalgamation of games I've played in the past that I wish had the features that this game has in it.
Oh, that's cool.
In the style of the mole creates cubes of blank space, it's a bit like Minecraft in that way. You dig in your own tunnels. But then I played this game called Astroneer where you have a gun that kind of does that, but in spheres. I was like, I wish this would do it in a way that it's snapped together.
Yeah.
So it would be easier to make like steps and ramps and stuff like that.
It sounds like they've played those type of games that you're familiar with and they've sort of improved upon them in ways that you've thought of as well. Which is
and I'm glad that it's not procedurally generated so everyone can have the same experience with it.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
And then you can give each other like hints and tips where I'd say if two people were playing Minecraft, you couldn't really even help one another.
Yeah.
Unless you were in the same world.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I think I'd probably back a lot of those sentiments. I think anyone who does play it, again, just reiterating, bear in mind that it's early access, you will have bugs. And I think in this type of game, it can be a bit worrying because you can spend so many hours in it. And if you have a bug that breaks something, we didn't have any game-breaking bugs, like permanent game-breaking bugs. But if you did, I imagine that'd be very disheartening. So maybe do a bit of research first, see if anything like that exists.
Absolutely.
I thought there will be a Discord as well.
There will be a Discord, yeah. So I think because it's early access, obviously that comes with its own set of problems. It also comes with the reason I don't like to play early access games is I usually find that I get my fill of those games, even if I really enjoyed them. So that when the final game comes out, I don't really feel like playing it anymore. So if you're like that, if you're like that, just by the nature of it being early access, maybe wait. But assuming the game's out and all those bugs are fixed, if you like this type of game where you're doing chores, building stuff, because that's not for everyone. But if you do, I think it's a really good example because I don't like those type of games, but I still had fun on this because it's all very, the feedback's really good when you're playing it. So that sort of makes you want to keep playing, but also the ability to play with friends is great. So I definitely recommend it if it's that type of game you want to play or you just want to play something different with your mates.
Very nice. What about you, Ben?
Absolutely. I was going to say a similar moment of even if you aren't into that kind of game, the fact that you can get on together and clown about on something is always a really big part of gaming because we've had a laugh just chatting while we were doing it.
I think it quickly shows its hand as well. So if you're not into that type of game, within 10 minutes, you know if you want to play it.
Yeah, definitely. I would probably go with the wait for the release.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to do. I don't want to ruin it for myself because I'm into it. If you see what I mean. And like you say, you might burn out on a buggy version of it first.
Yeah.
But I would recommend it.
Putting 20 hours in, losing it all. I mean, even it might not even be a bug. It might just be when it comes out, they might wipe everyone's save.
Very true. Very
I
strange.
did lose quite a bit to that
Yeah.
load screen. I don't know how many hours I lost, but I lost quite a bit to the load screen, thinking I couldn't fix it. But like I said, found the fix in the end. Also, I was a bit dopey because I was getting cross with them not loading, so I started deleting random saves, and it turns out the
Deleted the
furthest.
wrong one.
So, yeah. So
That sounds like more
it's
of
a bit
a you
both.
problem.
It's a bit of both.
Yeah. Tell you what, that just reminds me, I've got to tell this story because it's just one. It's completely unrelated to this game. So when I was younger, I used to play a lot of SSX Tricky,
Oh, what a game.
ace game. And me and Jake shared a PlayStation. We actually shared it with our dad, who never played, but it was
No.
his
Used it for
PlayStation.
DVDs.
No, that
Yeah.
was on PS2, wasn't it? SSX
It was
Tricky?
PS2. Yeah.
So I think we had our own PS2s. Not at first.
No, but this was originally.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
shared SSX Tricky and we shared the save.
Yeah.
And I remember Simon, my guy, I think he was called Simon, wasn't he?
What did he look like?
The sort of like metal looking guy,
I really can't remember.
spiky hair and like
Yeah,
tattoos. Yeah. I remember playing the game, obviously getting reasonably far through it. And it came up, do you want to save your progress? And I pressed the wrong button. I pressed delete. And
Oh my gosh. How is that on the same thing? Like, do you want to save your progress or just delete everything?
it was like press X to save or circle to delete, something like that. And I
Yeah.
just slipped and pressed the wrong thing and deleted it. And I panicked. So what I should have done then was just, because you're still on the same save, because I was actually playing it. I wasn't like loading a save. I was playing it. So it was just
Yeah.
like a save point. So I could have just clicked save again and it would have been fine. But I panicked and I jumped at the PlayStation, turned it off, thinking if I turn it off,
You're too fast.
yeah, but I was too late. I'd already
Faster than electricity.
I'd already deleted my save.
That's why they have that phrase: saving, do not turn off the console.
Yeah, but I'd already deleted it. So yeah, turned it off, lost everything. I was devastated. And I remember you being so disappointed in me, Jake. And I start it again.
Don't remember it that well. I do remember you coming and telling me that the save's been deleted. I don't remember on a response. Maybe I just went into a flying rage.
You've blanked out of your mind.
He dropped his glass of milk to the ground
My milk and cookies. No.
in slow motion.
I was heartbroken. But I think we got it
Saturday is
back.
ruined.
It actually made it better playing through it and understanding the game a bit more, to be honest.
To be fair, like SS Tricky, it's just kind of going through the levels, isn't it? It wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah, but
what
we'd
you
unlocked
got out of.
costumes.
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
And snowboards. Anyway.
It wasn't 150 hours of a random RPG at least. Come on, that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It could have been 150 hours. I don't know.
It definitely wasn't.
There was that much content in SS Tricky, but
No, true. So yeah, you just reminded me. You just brought back those memories when you said you deleted the wrong save. So Jake, Techtonica.
I
Oh,
think this is going to be the first bad take.
Whoa. You had so much fun.
Did I? No, to be
You
honest,
loved the jetpack.
I can't say that I can recommend this game at the minute. And I can only recommend it to people who like this type of game.
but that's quite similar to.
It
our
is, to be fair.
sentiments.
I don't even know if I can recommend it to people who like this sort of game now for very much the same reasons as what Ben was saying. It's still in early access. And if you're going to lose all your progress, it's that sort of game where...
Progress is key.
Yeah, it definitely. I wouldn't want to do all that again.
Because it takes a long time.
The problems with it could be fixed, like the bugs and stuff. If it wasn't, if we make the assumption that it was fixed or that it wasn't in early access anymore and those bugs weren't a thing,
I could recommend it to that sort of person who likes factory building games 100%.
Obviously,
after it's all finished, complete.
If it wasn't in early access and it still had those bugs, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But
also, I want to preface, really just not my type of game.
fine, yeah.
And
it's not mine
like,
either, to be honest.
It's just not my type of game, unfortunately. I do, as I said, I don't recommend it yet, but when it's out fully to the type of people who like that sort of game, I can definitely see the potential of why you would really like it. Because
me and Joe have just gone deadly silent.
I know.
Get out, Jake. Get out.
I will add to this that I wasn't 100% sure on what kind of game it was going to be.
Yeah.
And like those kind of games aren't usually my bag either, but I had quite a good time with it.
Yeah.
I think I had fun playing it with you guys.
Because, we all played it at the same time. I think if I was playing it on my own, I might not have stayed on it quite as long.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd bet that.
Yeah, I can definitely see
definitely
that.
get behind that.
That is just because
It was really
the type of
confusing.
game.
I mean, I don't even think
Yeah.
I know how to build the electric panels on the floor. I just
without
let
Ben,
I just
without
let
Ben,
Ben do
would be
it.
screwed.
Yeah. If I was to play this by myself, I think I wouldn't play it for very long.
Yeah.
Even at full, like, no bugs. But again, that's me. I'm not a fan of these sort of games. I am rubbish. I am honestly
you're just bad at the game.
bad at these sort of games. I don't have the patience for these sort of games. That's just me. But if you like factory builders, maybe if you really like them and you want to give it a go, maybe not put too much time into the game because it is in early access. Definitely give it a go if you want to. And then once it's released, any factory builder person, Ben's going to play it. Get on with Ben.
I think jumping off the back of that, though, I'd almost sort of walk back on what I said in a sense and say, if you do like this type of game, even though it is in early access, give it a go, help the developers out, and communicate them. Exactly. Give them feedback, and
That's
then maybe
exactly
when it does come out,
for.
it will be the best game you've ever played for those type of people, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. So that's true. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. Yeah. Help the developers out. Yeah, because it definitely has some potential. I like the story, funnily enough. I really like that aspect of it.
Which I think is quite unique to that sort of game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just don't get it. That's one of the big things that's selling it to me and why I don't want to ruin it for myself.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my piece. I've said my piece.
All opinions are valid.
Is it peace? Is it peace?
Yeah.
Or is it war?
You know what they say about war? War never changes.
No. The bugs never get fixed.
No. The modders will fix it.
Go on then, Joe. Take us out.
Go on, Joe.
Okay, well, that's been Gaming Garnish, another month with us. We'll see you all next time, and have a good evening, day or morning.
Oh, and
night, or evening, or any other time.
Or lunchtime, or break time.
What we also should do, really, is you can contact us at...
Yes,
no one contact us this time.
We've got too much to do
to get through.
Well, go on, Ben. What's the email?
You think we'd get better at this, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So first of all, tell a friend about us was my big point. If you are enjoying what we're making, tell a friend. If people are like you tend to like the same things. So spread the word. I don't know how else to say it.
Tell one friend.
Tell one friend. It's plenty enough. That would help us out.
Thank you very much if you do so as well.
And just thank you everyone for listening in general. It's been great. You know, getting some feedback, knowing that people around the world are listening to us is very nice. It's a nice feeling.
So if you want to contact us, give us any suggestions, contact us at gaminggarnish
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah, got there. It's a pretty easy email, but I always forget it. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Right, one last time, Joe, take us out.
Okay. Yes, this has been Gaming Garnish. Another month with us, your lovely side dish. Goodbye for now.
See you later.
See you later.